Welcome to another video. You've got Mr. Everything English, and today I give you my predictions.
Everything education. Tuition for maths, English and science.
Now guys, I thought I'll chuck all of my predictions into one video. Why? Because I honestly feel that this video, out of all the videos that I'm producing, is the least important. It's a guess, it's a prediction. If you get it right, well done. If you get it wrong, who cares? That is why for example guys, if you look at previous years, I've got the predictions right. And now year 11s are rattling thinking, oh sir, give us your predictions because you know what's coming up. Guys, my dad doesn't work for AQA. So when it comes to predictions, like any other teacher on YouTube, is simply guessing. The reason I've left my predictions this late is because I don't want people to change their revision based upon what I say. You shouldn't be changing your revision based upon what anyone says, guys. Just because I get it right, it means absolutely poop. I care more about you guys learning how to write paragraphs, how to understand McBeth, how to understand expected calls, how to write a grade 9 effect. Take that from me, but don't get lost in these predictions. However, guys, I have decided to put all my predictions into one video because I don't want to make 10,000 videos getting loads of views in loads of different videos, but really those videos have no benefit. So here are all my predictions. What I've done, guys, is me being me, everything I say needs to be backed up with evidence. So on the top here, you'll see the years. Can you guys see that? You can see the years. So you got 2017, 2018, 2019, all the way down to 2023. And across the top, you've got McBeth, Romeo, Jekyll, Christmas Carol, Expected Calls, Power and Conflict, Love and Relationships. And then I've written down every question that's come up in the past 6, 7, 8 years, however many years it is. Every single question has come up for all of these. So I'm gonna make an educated guess based upon what's come up to what may come up this year. Now, when it comes to Mr. McBeth, in 2017, you had Ambition. In 2018, you had McBeth and Banquo and their views toward the supernatural. In 2019, it was about McBeth and how he's violent. In 2020, it was his Mrs. Lady Macbeth and how she changes. In 2021, it was the relationship of McBeth and Lady Macbeth. 2022, it was McBeth and Fear. And 2023, it was McBeth and change. Now, McBeth as a character has come up so much. So if I'm giving you my prediction, guys, I predict that this year you are most likely gonna get a question about the witches. Something in my bones is pushing me that way. But as you can tell though, if you look at 2019, 2018, 2022, 2023, even 2021, they don't get sick and tired of keep on producing McBeth questions. So guys, if it's gonna be McBeth, I think it's gonna be something to do with power. So and for this question, you can talk about kingship, you can talk about violence, how strong he is, you can talk about how powerful he is or how powerless he is when it comes to Lady Macbeth. But I do think, guys, it's gonna be something either to do with the witches or Macbeth and power. Now, guys, moving on to Romeo and Juliet. In 2017, it was aggressive male behavior. In 2018, it was the relationship between the adults and the youngers. 2019, a relationship between Romeo and Juliet. 2020, effect of conflict. 2021, Juliet and her emotions. Now, 2022, it was Romeo and his feelings for Juliet. In 2023, it was Juliet and her feelings for Romeo. Again, I don't think they're gonna give you those two characters again. I believe that my prediction, guys, is this year you're gonna get a theme question and something to do with the idea of change, how characters change in Romeo and Juliet. Your best one being Juliet. Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde, guys, 2017 was Jekyll and sympathy. 2018 was mystery and tension. 2019 was Hyde being inhuman. 2020 was good and evil. 2021 was disturbing and threatening atmosphere. 2022 was Jekyll and mystery. And 2023 was Hyde being threatening and dangerous. So guys, My prediction this year is that if it's a theme question, it's going to be a theme on the idea of two-faced, being dual in nature, having a split personality. And if it's a character, guys, I believe it will be Utterson linked to Jekyll and maybe something to do with their friendship. Now, Inspector Calls 2017 was Mr. Burling being unlikable. And then the theme question was in how the inspector improves society. 2018 was Eric and how Eric changes. And the theme question was social class. 2019 was the theme of selfishness and the character of Sheila. 2020, Mr. Burling came up again and it was the theme of men being irresponsible. 2021 was the character of Gerald and the theme of society being unfair. 2022 was Mr. Eric Burling and the theme was inequality. 2023, guys, was women and the difference between the elder generation and the youngers. Therefore, guys, if I'm predicting this year, I believe the character question will be Mrs. Burling. So I believe she may be making an appearance this year. And when it comes to the theme question, I believe they're gonna go back to the inspector and do a question about justice through the inspector, because gender came up last year. Irresponsible men has come up, selfishness has come up, inequality has come up, but I believe the theme will be linked to the inspector and the idea of injustice. All right, power and conflict poetry. 2017, bayonet charge. 2018, Ozymandias. 2019, war photographer. 2020, Remains. 2021, London. 2022, bayonet charge. 2023, My Last Duchess. 2024, guys, I predict exposure or kamikaze. I'm leaning more towards exposure because there hasn't been a poem yet that is to do with the weather. You've had bayonet charge, which is war. Ozymandias is character. War photographer is war. Remains is war. London is the idea of control, like the mind and city. Bayonet charge is war. My Last Duchess is characters, the Duke and the Duchess. A weather one hasn't come up yet. That is why I lean towards exposure. Second choice being kamikaze. Lastly, guys, love and relationships. 2017, you had Mother Any Distance. 2018, you had Sing Song. 2019, you had Winter Swans. 2020, you had Walking Away. 2021, Farmer's Bride. 2022, Sonnet 29. 2023, guys, you had Before You Were Mine. And this year, 2024, I predict Climbing My Grandfather. And those are my predictions for this year's GCSE. Educated guesses, guys. Here's every single question. Here are my predictions. Now, I want to end my video by saying something super duper important. This video, like anybody else's prediction video, should be seen as a fun video. Don't get gassed. Don't get carried away by saying, oh my God, Sir got it right last year, so now I'm going to revise what Sir said. You should have by now revised everything, hence why I try to release my predictions quite late. So this is just something to think about. Don't change your revision. You should have revised Witches for McBeth anyway. You should have revised Mrs. Burling anyway. You should have revised Exposure anyway. And guys, if I get it right, what can I say? I'm just too good. If I get it wrong, just pretend I never made this video. All right, guys, it's been Mr. Everything English. Peace.